and subscribe. But post notification shout out goes to Madison. She said I cooked so fast and y'all did a good job on the cooking. So shout out to you. Like I said, if y'all want to put notification shout out, all you gotta do is like this video right now, subscribe, and comment section below. But yeah, Michaela, how you feel about getting them done? Cause they've been pranking us so much.
It feels bittersweet, you know.
It feel better than it.
So when is our squad gonna be?
We gotta think of a squad, man. Y'all need to comment below and give us a squad name with me and Michaela. The L game. What you mean L game? We just came with a bang. Look at y'all. Y'all look so sad.
Boy, guess what? I got my licks anyways. I beat you.
Okay. Look at y'all, the L. The losers. The losers. You see how many?
Anyway.
Get rid of those electronics you aren't using to make room for the newest gear. At Disc Replay.
If that was the case, we still would have this channel. It still would be in a J game.
It don't matter.
So
think of the game with me and Michaela, because our game be way better than y'all. We got smacked in 2020. So man, go subscribe to Native Life channel. Go shout out to She's Michaela. Like I said, man, we got them good. If y'all want to see more bangers, like I said, DM me some bangers ideas, and I'll hop on it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Hold on, where you going? Watch this video right here. It's even better than the last one, I promise. What's up, in gang? I go your boy, now you're back with another video, man. So today, y'all know I'm back with another. Y'all see by the title, man. I'm back with a banger. Yeah, so y'all know, man, Dylan had left, man. Dylan had one with her friend. They said her friend's house. I hope so. But look, man, I'm about to do the catfish and Jalen prank this time. Like, y'all know she catfished me. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't fall for it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't fall for it. So y'all ain't watch the video.
you see this? Damien, I hope you're watching this video because I am taking off my ring because you don't deserve me anymore. First of all, Damien, and he's seen it already. Okay, first of all, Damien, why are you even replying? Now, I wanted you to reply, therefore, I can, record this video. But
I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear my voice? You're gonna have a baby really soon. We're gonna have that baby girl you always wanted, and I always wanted. You excited?
You can choose her name. So pretty.
She's gonna look just like you. She's gonna look just like her mom.
She could have her whole family take care of her. I really hope this will work.
It's gonna work, baby.
website for selling games, and they have also listed The Sims 4 Tropical Paradise DLC pre-order origin CD key. Okay, there's two listings. You know, there's a chance it could be fake. And then after that, we get a third listing. G2A.com, which is another legitimate site, has listed The Sims 4 Island Paradise. This website has the release date at 2019. Really no other dates other than that. And now there has been another listing. So at this point, guys, I am just convinced that this is the next expansion pack. Like, I would say with the 2 to 3 leaks that we had prior to this, I was about 75 to 85% sure that this would be the next expansion pack. Because sometimes these retailers leak things and they end up not being true. But the fact that we have 4 and 5 retailers all leaking the same thing, it shows that it is pretty much the next expansion pack. To me, at least, I think it is. I put it at about a 95% chance of this all being 100% true. So ggcodes.com, which is yet another legitimate retailer for game codes, has listed The Sims 4 Island Paradise DLC Origin Key Global. The platform that it will be available on is Origin, of course, and this one actually does have a release date. GG.
Within the huge community of Sims fans, we've all seen or know a few archetypal players we can really identify with. Hey there, I'm Sydney with the leaderboard, and today we will laugh, shake our heads, and shudder at what your Sims playstyle says about you. The first and most common player you'll find is the Architect. The Architect lives in build mode. Their entire gameplay experience consists of creating their dream house, dream apartment, dream garden, you name it. They don't even enter Create a Sim. Vanilla pre-built lots? No thanks. The Architect would rather bulldoze an entire neighborhood and start each house from scratch. If you've even touched a Sims game, you know that adds up to a crazy number of hours spent using the wall tool. They love sifting through wallpapers, windows and floors, changing the layout of lots, and maybe, eventually, actually moving Sims in. They aren't necessarily all about building, though. The Architect likes interior decorating as well. Modern open floor plans, cozy garden cottages, high-tech apartment hubs. If you can dream it, the Architect already built it. You may think they're over the top, but you have to admit, the beautiful and intricate houses you love to pull from the gallery were totally made by the Architect. Just don't tell them about Minecraft, okay? Oh, you told them? Oh, they already know? Oh, they're playing? Okay. We're all familiar with this next one. The character creator. Quite the opposite of the Architect. The character creator never makes it to building a house or moving someone in because they're so busy in Create a Sim. These players spend hours upon hours creating and perfecting their Sims. They love to make unique-looking Sims, dragging their mouse around to make the perfect face. Each Sim they make will have a planned outfit for every occasion, including varied hair and accessories. The character creator will even spend time deciding on their Sim's voice and traits and choose what suits them. These players love a celebrity look-alike challenge as well. Bet you didn't think you could make a Sim look like Ariana Grande. Well, you super can. You can also find some of the character creator Sims in the gallery and download them for yourself. Because what's the fun if you don't share? Some of you probably see yourselves in the character creator already, but in games other than The Sims. The Sims has come so far with its build mode, and Create a Sim mode has changed in a lot of ways. But one thing been a constant: murdering your Sims. That's right, we know you do it, and we do it too. The Serial Killer is a classic player who, since the very first game, likes to build 4 walls and no door. This player likes to explore all the ways a Sim can kick the bucket, and then some. With the expansions to gameplay and new death interactions in The Sims 4, it's no longer enough to just remove the ladder from the pool. In fact, you actually can't kill a Sim that way anymore. Sims can just climb out of the pool on their own.
I know, right?
Evolving. The Great Cow Plan, dying from laughter, and even a botched space exploration are just some of the ways a Sim can go, and boy, is the serial killer glued to the screen. Simply killing Sims, though, that's amateur. To be the serial killer, you have to kick it up a notch with some psychological horror. Arrange dirty plates in the yard to spell out help, or keep all of the ghosts around to haunt those Sims you didn't get to yet. Creepy, guys. It's real creepy. And heads up, I think it really says something about your Sims if they have the Grim Reaper on speed dial. Thrill seekers who don't turn into the serial killer may go down the path of the supernaturalist. Supernatural elements have existed in The Sims since The Sims 1, starting with vampires, and have gotten more sophisticated with time. Long gone are the days of a vampire stalking the streets with a cape on. Sims 4 has plenty of different oddities for the supernaturalist to explore, including ghosts, vampires, plant Sims, and more. These players love the mystery of supernatural elements within The Sims, and Sim and just so they can annoy Vlad until he gives in and turns them. Or they'll garden year-round until they are literally green. They may even become an astronaut and get high enough in the ranks to go into space, in the hopes they'll have an alien baby. Hey, maybe they'll even do all three. Just because they're not into murder doesn't mean they don't like ghosts. In The Sims 4, a Sim's life does not end at death. Well, okay, technically it does, but ghosts can stick around for as long as you let them. Ghosts can haunt objects, people, play pranks, or just sadly mope around. The Supernaturalists won't release their spirits until they've gotten their ghostly fill. Nothing is too weird for these players. In fact, the weirder the better, so bring on the occult. The Supernaturalist is not afraid to go for a walk at night. We won't beat around the bush for this next one. The cheat is a player who, plain and simple, cheats. These players are quick to Control Shift C, motherload, or all needs max their way to the top. If you like to play your games with ease, you may be the cheat. No judgments here. You know who you are. And truly, The Sims is not always simple. We understand. Caring for up to 8 Sims in a house, keeping everybody happy, potty training a toddler, and trying to get someone a promotion at work? What is this? Real life? No thank you. Cheats can make a game more fluid, especially if life for your Sims gets too crazy. From the days of Rosebud to testing cheats on, free real estate on, the cheat knows a workaround for all obstacles the game may throw at them. Ka-ching. The opposite of the cheat, and maybe a true rival, is the challenge taker. The challenge taker is in it to win it. Win the challenge, that is. These players love to test their patience, skill, and sanity by taking on challenges. There's a wide array of challenges online to choose from, including the 100 Baby Challenge, the Asylum Challenge, and the Living the Life to the Max Challenge. Challenges spice up gameplay by adding rules and restrictions, while giving certain tasks that must be accomplished. By setting self-imposed parameters, these players force themselves to overcome obstacles, and can show off their wins to other challenge takers. If you want your Sim stories to have more importance, or to just give your game some higher stakes, challenges may be what you're looking for. And kudos to the challenge taker who takes on anything toddler related. Seriously, you get all the bragging rights on the forums. A lesser known and somewhat underappreciated player is the Family Firster. The Family Firster is a domestic player and cares about creating the perfect family and playing out their lineage for as long as they can. This may sound like the average Sims, but it is so much more for the Family Firster. They put all of their time into building family relations and creating tight bonds with Sims. They have birthdays, holidays, and weddings all throughout the year, never missing a beat. It's all about seeing their children get good grades so that they will become successful adults, and spending time with them so that the family bonds become even stronger. The passage of time becomes so real for these players as they watch their children grow, new neighbors move in, and sadly, Sims die. It's always heartbreaking when a Sims family member dies, but don't worry. This player already has another Sim with kids on the way so that their legacy can live on. If you've played The Sims and felt you've been there, done that, and seen everything the game has to offer you, you may be the modder. Once you mod in The Sims, it's hard to go back. Mods can create new interactions and gameplay functions. They add depth to the original game, open up more paths to explore, and can also fix bugs or eliminate things players don't like about a game. Because mods are usually player created, some fantastic changes to the game can be made that developers never anticipated. Modders like trying new small tweaks or total overhauls to change the way they play, and mods for The Sims can make the game unrecognizable. You could become a sorcerer, have new traits or moodlets, or create a new career of your choosing. You can have it all. Just don't break your game. Mods enabled. Moving on. This player often goes hand in hand with the modder. The custom content shopper is a player who, similar to the modder, enhances their game with outside content. But instead of popping open the hood and tinkering with the game's systems, the custom content shopper is just out for some vanity items. Custom content is fan-generated content made by players for players. There is a huge amount of custom content out there for players to pull into their game. The custom content shopper could easily spend an hour sifting through custom hairstyles alone. If these players wanted, they could become the architect or the character creator with all of the new clothing, objects, skins, and hairstyles they find. Simply browsing accounts for a lot of their gameplay time. Shopping is half the fun for these players. Once they download all of their custom content, time to open The Sims and see it all in-game. There's nothing like the special touches of counter clutter in a bathroom or famous real-world paintings hanging on the wall to pull you into the world you're creating. Custom content can totally revamp your game experience. You can find a lot of things you, too, may have felt was missing from the game. If custom content isn't for you and modding is too much work, but you still want the most out of your gameplay, you might be the expansion pack stacker. Ththese players are like that neighbor you had growing up who had a finished basement, a pool, and their parents bought brand name cereal. These players have it all. Sims 4 has a ton of expansion packs you can buy to enhance your base game. Every so often, The Sims also releases free packs for download. Every holiday pack, world pack, and stuff pack is in the expansion pack stacker's hands. They have so many directions they could go in, it's overwhelming.
You can hear
Packs
it,
add
right?
new objects, clothing, and hairstyles to the game, and sometimes new interactions. World packs, however, add entire new neighborhoods or a world to visit. They are usually themed and have new interactions and adventures based off of that theme. They could follow a new career path and get to work, get a little R&R with Spa Day pack, or spice up their Sims love life with the romantic garden pack. With new packs coming out constantly, playing this way is easy and a lot of fun. The expansion pack stacker stays busy because every day brings a new adventure to them. Man, if only real life was like that. We hope you saw yourself in some of these players, or now aspire to be one of them. If you like this video, give us a like and subscribe to the leaderboard. And if you want to see more Sims content, take a look at our 107 Facts About The Sims video. I'm your host, Sydney, and as they say in Simlish, a dag dag. They don't say it like that, they just say dag dag. I just need you to trust me.
Well, I will invite you to the party,
Honest,
so
it's real, and it's me.
see you soon. Love you.